In this video, we will shed light on the art of cognitive distancing, a powerful Stoic exercise that can change how we perceive obstacles. It was taught by ancient Roman philosophers and is now popularized by the cognitive-behavioural psychotherapist and Stoic Donald Robertson in his brilliant book, How to Think Like a Roman Emperor. So with that said, let's get right into it. Now, what is cognitive distancing? Now, cognitive distancing can be summed up in the famous quote by the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, in which he says, "It's not things that upset us, but rather our opinions about things." Now, the Stoics believe that events, whether good or bad, don't by themselves affect us, but instead, when we assign a judgment to them, we get into trouble. In other words, cognitive distancing is the ability to view one's thoughts as a construction of reality rather than reality itself. Now let's consider the analogy of colored glasses to drive this point home. Now we could see the world through positive rose-tinted glasses or sad blue ones. Depending on our glasses, we have a different perception of the world and all that happens to us. Cognitive distancing is the ability to take the glasses off and realize that they color our vision. It allows us to understand that our thoughts and perceptions about events ultimately shape our world. So by that logic, we have the power to choose how we react to events. We can choose what glasses we see things through, and in doing so, imagine various alternative ways of looking at the same obstacle. Now with that said, let's look at 3 ways to practice cognitive distancing. The first one is to use the third-person perspective. Now imagine thinking about how you feel about a specific situation as if you were advising a friend. For example, let's say my name is John, and I'm upset that I crashed my car. The idea is to tell myself that John is upset because of the accident, and how can John tackle this situation best? This approach helps create a separation between your thoughts and the event. So that's the first method. Now the second method is to remind yourself of Epictetus's quote. This is probably the easiest way to practice cognitive distancing. So when faced with an obstacle, take a second to remind yourself that it's not things that upset us, but rather our opinions about things. This simple reminder can act as a circuit breaker for your negative thoughts. So that's the second method. Now the last method to practice cognitive distancing is to focus on what we control. Now the Stoics believe that all we truly control are our thoughts, actions, and beliefs. And by reminding ourselves that how you react to an obstacle is what matters and is the only thing you can control, you can distance yourself from the obstacle and have power over it. So that's the 3 ways in which we can practice cognitive distancing. So there you have it then. That is the concept of cognitive distancing using the teaching of Stoicism. I would love to hear your thoughts on this topic. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like it and share it with your friends. And if you're interested in more Stoicism or philosophy content in general, then consider subscribing. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.